In this video we're going to look at a second way to move an object around with controls. I have to say this is my least preferred way, but some people do like it, so I'm going to show you how it works. So let's say that when the user is holding down right, then what we're going to do is we're going to jump to a point and we're going to say that it's going to be relative, so wherever it is, plus this amount, and I'm going to say 15 pixels, and the Y I'm going to move to 0. So I'm going to show you what this does. So there we go. So when I press my key, it moves across that much. So it's a bit like putting it in motion, but it only happens when I hold it down. So if I wanted to be able to move it right and left, then I'd say when my key is down, so key down for left, then I would be jumping to a point which was minus 15 and 0, and remember these need to be relative, so they're in relation to where it last was. So we don't need to stop it because it's only moving, it's doing that maths of what would my new coordinate be, and I'll move to that. What I would say with this is that one thing you could do is, instead of having that 15 in both cases, is you could set yourself a global variable. So for instance, so let's set ourselves actually a variable up here. It'd help if I could spell the word variable. So when this object is created, we're going to set a variable. There we go. And we're going to call it jump, for how far it's going to jump. And let's set it to, say, 10. So there we go. Now, instead of moving minus 15, we're going to move minus jump, which is a variable. And then, instead of moving plus 15, we're going to move jump, which again, it's telling me is a variable, just helps me with my typing. Now, it'll still play very much the same way, but if you decide later in your game that you want a kind of different speed for it to work with, then you can just go through and change that variable of jump, or you could change it throughout the game to change its speed. So that's an option to keep in mind using this way of moving an object around.